stuff tonight. Welcome to tonight's episode of Drinks I've Never Had Before. Except for tonight's episode is still going to be a drink I've never had before because I don't have the exact right ingredient, but I'm impatient, so I wanted to make it my way anyway. So tonight's drink is going to be a Clover Club, and usually a Clover Club is made with a raspberry syrup, but I didn't have raspberry syrup, you know, thanks Corona. So I made a blackberry syrup, but I'm pretty excited about it, and I think it'll be similar. And I just wanted to give it a try. So follow up for a later episode when I do actually try the Clover Club. But for now, let's get to it. So to make this drink, we're going to start off with some lemon juice. And also, because I wasn't going to be able to make the exact recipe, I decided to get a little funky. And Trader Joe's had these Trader Joe's pink lemons. And if you can see, they're like striped with green, and then when you cut them open, they're supposed to be pink, but they don't really look pink. They just look like lightly mauve colored yellow orange. Whatever, it's cool, Trader Joe's. I see you. This one maybe looks a little more pink. You can kind of tell. Anyway, so we're just doing crazy stuff tonight, and that's what we're gonna use. So we're gonna start off with 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. So 3/4 of an ounce. Alright, right into my shaker. And then we're going to add a half an ounce of my blueberry syrup. 3/4 and a half. Alright. Beautiful color right on in there. Next, we're going to add 2 ounces of gin. I happen to be using Beefeater. It's a simple citrusy gin. 2 ounces of Beefeater. Alright. For our next ingredient, it's actually going to be an egg white. And before we add any ice to our shaker, we are going to want to do a dry shake, which means that we put the egg white in and shake up all the ingredients to get the egg. The egg kind of gets cooked from the citrus, and since I'm not always great at cracking these, I'm going to do it in a separate thing first. Okay, so I jinxed myself, and I'm going to try that again. Egg white. Now we have our egg white, if you can kind of see it before I spill it. And I'm just going to plop it right on into my shaker. Yep. And we're going to do a dry shake, like I said. So a dry shake is tough to do because you don't have the coldness of the ice to really get a good lock. So sometimes they'll spill. You want to shake it for at least 10 seconds. There we go. There's just no attractive way to shake these things. Okay. So, some ice, and then a nice cracked ice. That way this cracked ice will allow the smaller pieces to cool off the drink a little faster, while the bigger ice will allow it to really mix up, and especially since we have this egg white in there, we want to make sure we really emulsify it. There we go. Cracking ice and making a mess. Boom. Okay. Now we're going to give it a nice long shake. Woo! Hard work! There we go. Whew. All right, I'm going to grab my chilled coupe glass from my freezer, and we're going to double strain. Oh, it looks so creamy and delicious as it's being poured out. Oh. I'm very excited. Oh, it looks so good, but I am always for extra garnishes, so you can garnish it with whatever you like. Just gonna drop one in. Boop. And cheers. The blackberry tartness just hits you. It's really creamy. Oh, it's creamier than normal from the egg white. 2 ounces of gin. It's definitely got a lot of gin forwardness to it, but it's tart from the lemon, but it's also tart from the blackberry, but it's balanced out nicely with the fruitiness of it, and the egg white just really leaves like a thick, heavy, smooth mouthfeel. Not to mention that it's a super pretty drink, and I'm all about pretty drinks. It's nice. I almost wonder what it would be like if it was equal parts. So it had me do, the recipe I chose had 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice and 1/2 ounce of the syrup, and I almost feel like you could have equal parts there. I feel like we could bring the blackberry out a little bit more. So if I was going to make this again, I would probably do equal parts both the lemon juice and the blackberry syrup. I highly recommend, y'all. It's super good and delicious. So make yourself Bartender Brookie's version of the Clover Club, which is the Blackberry Clover Club, and have yourself a good night. Cheers! Okay guys, so quick post-production update. I actually made it again. Yes, and this time I did 1.5 ounces of gin, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, and then 3/4 of an ounce of the blackberry simple syrup. Same thing with the egg white. Shake it up, do a dry shake, blah blah blah, and I love it so much more. I know that some of you people out there have a heavy hand and might like the 2 ounces of gin more than the 1.5 ounces, but honestly, this balance really just appeals to me more. And honestly, home bartending is all about making what you like, and I think I shook the shit out of this one, so it's really foamy. So I really dig that as well. Also, because I shook it so much, when I plopped the blackberry in, it took what felt like an entire minute for it to actually break through the foam. And then once it broke through the foam just kind of like enclosed back on itself, and it was like, what? Inception! Yeah, I'm gonna go with this recipe. This is gonna be my go-to. Love it. Try it. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Let's do the things. Cheers, y'all.